Well, what secrets do you have for us, Sheikh? 50 years, happily married. You and your wife, mashallah, tabarakallah, are partners in da'wah. It's very inspiring. What secrets do you have for the people who haven't gotten married or just in the game?
I want to quote myself from many of my Nikah ceremonies that I've delivered.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to use you for example since you're sitting here with me. Can you remember when you first met your wife?
Yes.
You remember the day?
Yes.
Can you think real hard about what you said to her father to convince him that you was worth marrying his daughter?
Yes.
Can you think of your disposition, your attitude? Can you think about that? Just think back.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think about some of the things that you said to make her feel good during that time? Just before the nikah, right afterwards, right after walima. You think about all of those times. Just keep doing that. It never gets old. Well, how many times have you been to Walgreens or CVS, walked past the greeting card aisle and just kept walking? You ever stop and think she might like this card? Can you imagine the psychological benefit to your wife when you give her a compliment in front of her friends? At least once in a while, when your wife is talking to some of her friends, you walk up to her, give her a compliment. It's amazing benefit to your marriage, and then walk away. And I'm gonna tell you a mistake that some people make, many people make. We want something in return. Some of us want something in return. So how many times have a brother or sister said to their spouse, I love you, and then you wait, and they don't say, I love you too, and you get upset? Did you say it only because you wanted me to say it too?
Yeah.
Or you say it because you just felt it and you just know that it would be good for you to hear it?
Yeah.
And some of us actually get upset. I didn't hear you say nothing. But actually, we should be careful about our niyyah, and the advice I have is to whatever you did in the beginning, just keep doing that. And believe me, it never gets old. My wife's dresser and her junk drawer is filled with greeting cards. There was sometimes I offended her, I hurt her feelings, and I had to buy her something, as a peace offering. I'll admit that, And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, sometimes just it's better to let your brother be right. He was talking about anybody else. It's not important who's right or who's wrong. There's two things to consider. Number one, consider Surah Al-Nahl, ayat 125, 126. Invite you to wear their Lord with hikmah. And then the next ayat says, if you catch them wrong, catch them the way you would want them to catch you, right? Okay. The other thing is, whenever you have to make a decision, it doesn't matter if you're right. What's more important, if you're having a disagreement with your wife, what's more important, the relationship or your point? You have to make a decision.
Yeah.
If the relationship is more important than the point, it's not just for husbands and wives, but between brothers and between sisters in a masjid, in an organization. What's more important, me preserving the relationship or me demonstrating how right I am? It doesn't matter because there's always a good time to make your point understood. If you're patient enough, sabr doesn't just mean I'm going to wait. Like, when's dinner ready? 5 o'clock, I'll wait. No, sabr is be consistent with the patience. So if you're consistent with the patience, that means that it's okay. If you're 100% sure that you're right, why don't you just wait to a better time? That's ayat 125. If you know that there'll benefit if the time is right. So I want to preserve the relationship. It's not beneficial for me to be a tug of war with my wife or with my husband. It's not beneficial just so I can prove I'm right. Because now the atmosphere is all messed up.
Yep.
Food don't taste good. She don't want to have sex tonight. Everything is all messed up because you just wanted to prove that you were right. So say, let it go. You know what? You might have a point. And let it go.
That's the definition of winning the battle and losing the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A perfect example.
Yeah.
Excellent bullseye. What good is it? If you lost the war, you just want to win a temporary fight. It doesn't matter. So make that choice, make that decision, and that goes for relationships with anybody, actually.